Like 2020.
Tato live here mdara.
Vanhu vakutoona.
Takutoonekwa.
Zvatanga.
Ona umunya kunyepedzera kuita unge anga achibota nesungwa dzese idzi. Nakati zi.
Yeah, there are two people already. Guys, let's be organized. Let's be organized. There are two people watching. Hello viewers, how are you doing? My name is 3. Sato Momira wasike pa 10 and
yeah.
This is actually funny enough. This is actually YouTube. I can't get to Facebook.
Oh wow. Okay.
So this is only on YouTube.
Ndifonere Mark Zuckerberg tinzoti toita sei.
wasvika pa 10. Saka tine mafans vakomana. Hi guys, my love nema likes. Ndozvona zvichona umwana. So don't judge me. Baba 8 pane 2 vaboykan. My love nema likes. My love nema likes.
Yeah, but I need help on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, so hello guys, how are you doing? This is Doc Vikela. Welcome to this special edition of a comedy show where we are celebrating 10 years of stand-up comedy under Simuka Comedy World. There was comedy well before we started doing it. I hope I'm loud and clear. So let's just play a game, because our network is a bit topsy-turvy. Don't worry about the terminology. We all went to private school, so we'll be testing it out on you tonight. So if you are getting us loud, and drop a comment. Yeah. So if you see us dropping in and out, it's because I blame it on the government. Okay, not entirely, but on the infrastructure that is failing to sustain the demand. So if you're getting us, just please comment. Macmillan shakatora zvakakuru isichembeta amana.
Bring back our there. Nice.
If you're getting us, let us know. Just let us know if you're getting us loud and clear.
Ndine vanhu mndara.
Yeah.
Mpana Clinton house.
Munya hanzi uchipoko ere.
Mbirire leo.
Ndine vanhu mndara. Mutaka muri pa 2-0.
Munya, you look still. I think that's what people are thinking. When you look like a ghost, you look like you just screenshotted yourself there. You left yourself there.
Exactly.
Maybe I did.
That's what I was saying.
Maybe I did. Nagatenga chi cut out, so I don't have to play in any more Zooms.
Okay. So guys, hi guys, those that are here, others are dropping in and out. So our our audiences, please bear with us. Thank you so much, guys, for watching us, for joining us. Not watching us. It's not like we're naked and you're watching us. No, for joining us. My name is Doc Fikela. I'm the moderator for tonight. Is this a show, guys?
I have no idea what it is, honestly.
It's just
It's a hangout.
Live.
What you?
It's a hangout. It's a
YouTube
party
live, I don't know.
with one girl. It's a party with one girl.
It's a comedy banger.
What?
It's a what?
That's even worse.
Now muri kustanda
Right,
chirungu
I
kaimini.
think- right.
Yeah.
So I think apart from the network that is playing on us, we just want to welcome our fans. Shinga Itliwayo says, "This is beautiful, guys." But Ngona first, I'm already laughing. I think I got Savannah Long John.
Food sake.
So guys, welcome to the show. So I think before we even get into the show, we'd like to just introduce ourselves, those that are here, while least we wait for the others that are not here. So I'll start with Munya. Honor ladies, I mean, Munya, go ahead. Introduce yourself to
You know what's
to the
funny
audience.
is literally like 2 days ago, somebody tweeted, Kuti, when we pass ZBC, they'll be like, with us in the studio tonight, we have Tapiwa from Dombosha. Tapiwa, please tell us your name and where are you from?
That's exactly what's happening.
This is exactly like, Pane chasare, kuti ndichitaure kwataure. Yeah. No, we have Tatenda calling from Kadoma. Tatenda, where are you calling from? Tell us. Tell me who are you? Yes. Anyway, hi guys, my name is Munya. Thank you so much for being here today and helping us celebrate 10 years. I mean, I say 10 years, but yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Munya. We go on to the long guy. We had to cut his legs and dig a hole under where he seated. Long John.
Introduce yourself. Well, my name is Carl Joshua
Yes.
Ngube. That's what I'm going for these days. I'm both
Boy,
the longest and the
Long
biggest
John.
comedian. Well, my name is Long John. Yeah, that's it. I'm a comedian. That's it. I don't know what you want me to say. People know I'm Long John. They should know.
Okay, we are moving on. We're moving on to Clinton. Is he still around? Yeah, Clinton.
The pink shit.
Kuda kwashe Clinton Tavaziwa wanrova rinogona chirungu. Mandinzwa.
Boskeda, can you please switch off ZBC, please? Clinton, please, if you may.
Panma comment andri kuona Jesu.
Alright, kuda kwashe Clinton. Ko yari kutaura kuti kuda kwashe Clinton Tavaziwa wanrova rinogona chirungu.
Okay. Kadem, yes, Kadem, please introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up? Please say, guys, my name is Kadem Kobe.
Kadem is stuck in the golden ages. Louis.
But it doesn't mean that. I'm the shortest in terms of all things, but there are some things that I'm also long job. So guys, some of you may know me as Captain Tito. You've never seen me yesterday, even Scavia. So it's good to see you guys. Good to know that you guys are watching. I hope all you guys stay with COVID-19.
Didn't they get
HIV hate because
the game could translate as a total academy. Chindwari isikanyisa akabata maiki yangu but otherwise chindwari zviriko tese ndozotaurwa ngaakademi.
Okay,
Alright.
okay. So, Louis, let's hear about, because I think your life depends on these introductions. Louis.
Can I just introduce myself and say my name is Louis and I'm happy to be here? Because with the way people are presenting themselves, yeah, it's okay. My name is Louis. I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Okay, nice. So fellow viewers, we ndakuda kumbeta kunge munhu akadzikama. So fellow viewers, please bear with us. Some of our panelists, our comedians will be dropping in and out, even myself, because of the poor network connection. But at this particular moment, we're just gonna throw it. I think before we get to talking about the background, today is a celebration of the 10 years that Simuka Comedy has been in existence, a comedy platform that was co-founded by myself and Simba, the Comic King, now based in South Africa. Clinton, man, etiquette. About just an guru.
Guys.
Okay. So guys, I think I want to start throwing this to all of you guys in the best way possible. Can we describe what this pandemic has done? It has brought us here. This is one of the first public appearances that we are making collectively. But I'm saying, how has it been for you guys during lockdown? What's been happening? How have you guys been creating? So we'll give each other chances. So I think I'm going to be unfair tonight. I'll always be starting with Munya because I feel like she might be the only person who can speak sense. But in all fairness, I'm not trusting Boskeda. I'm not trusting Long John. Long John, I don't know what to say. So yeah, Munya, how's been this this period to you and your creativity? Please fire away.
I don't know. It's a bit of both. I feel like I've had more time to like sit and think and be creative, but that's also just because like I have just been doing more since, like, opportunities have more presented themselves more during lockdown. So I don't know if that's a fit. Okay. Sad report. Which one is spoon? Shaurut kanganiswa ndio podzima. Ndio podzima camera. Yes, that's been really nice, but also execution half. But yeah, I don't think my day same as no official basa. Amazuva anga anambonyanya kuchinja. Nguva yatinongomuka tichinzonzo. Patinofambira ndipapo, patinogezera ndipapo. Saka life hasn't changed too much besides, you know, the existential dread. Yeah. Luckily. It's true. Atizudara bosket rakabaka mrima.
Ndambedza kupolisha guys.
Guys, hakuna magesi izudha.
Ilaiti shalaita chibata futhi. Don't worry, I have 4 cameras in front of me and another light.
Aiwa zvanani. Wangwanyanya upinda mshado.
To cut the long story short, Boskeda, I think Muita Manza.
The next thing is Manza. Sagalui, long. Don't worry.
Ulitanga Long John.
Long John rapera usikona arikeza kukanda kumberi
Yeah, this is a
kuramba
Ndikuedza kuri
siyane nazvo comrade. Embrace it.
aiwa chimbumi anomboenjoya mudhara zvako hakusina iwo zvienzani
Don't worry, takawanda choite cheround table chedu.
tapedza dok tapedza
Iwe tadiwa mitiwo neraone dzokumba kwenu.
dok hatichakunzwi
Okay, I'm hearing backgrounds. Who's watching Telemundo?
it's gonna be
Woman is
busted.
watching
This is
something.
the truth.
Guys, someone is watching Telemundo or
Hey,
Z-World. Who's that?
that's joke.
Bosked, we know, man.
Guys. Long John, switch off Telemundo.
These are Nigerians. Guys, no, these are Nigerians. I can hear. Ewo.
Guys, we know, Bosked, we know that you share a room with booties, but please, my guy.
It's
Tell him to
night,
keep it
boy. It's night.
Yeti topeka zviko yeti zvangu pane nanopeka scarf musama. Neyo man. Come on.
Right. So, Long John, how has been? We know it's been awesome for you. It's been awesome for you. You have been all over the place, man. You've been hitting it hard. I mean, the comedy scene. Can you share with us how has it been?
No, man. Yes, it was. It's been okay. Not great as I would want it to be, honestly, because during lockdown, there's a lot of things that I'm not able to do anymore. Like right now, I'm not performing, and I love performing. I'm doing online shows and everything, and it's terrible. It's different from live shows because the energy is right there, and it's perfect. But Zoom shows are the worst. But what I can take from lockdown and everything is I've also learned to look at different things in terms of income. Also, I've also learned to have side hustles because I used to depend on stand-up comedy only. So now I'm forced to look at other things around me that I can make money from, and also to think outside the box in terms of creativity and to focus on my social media and other things that I can do. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been focusing on. And then Doc just disappeared. So I'm the host now. Anyway. So yeah, that's what I've been focusing on my online presence, and also trying to break into the international audience, like industry, because social media is everywhere. So I've been doing a lot of online Zoom shows, like from Israel, from Australia, USA, UK, everywhere, just to try and see, if my material is global enough for me to, when I'm ready to start traveling and to start, taking my comedy to the next level. Do I have the material? Did I prepare myself in this lockdown? And yes, it's been working for me because of Zoom shows and stuff. So that's what I can take away from this lockdown.
Is he back, Doc?
Tawaziwa wakunza maghost kumba kwenyu kuna bishop here.
Hanzi ndikukuona hangu panyama nepamweya.
Bishop kumba kwenyu. Unosotwa boys.
Bishop here.
Unosotwa live. Ni mwana wa mfundisi wewe insaiza boys. Sasa mwana wa mfundisi nijiboneza.
Am I the only one? Yakanzi, I just want to make it clear and ngashtaura. And sudara Bosked does not gonaita. No no shanda se solar charge item.
Munya, are you not
When I'm
making
very
this up? Come on.
story.
Ina number zona.
Okay.
Wow, Munya, wow.
I think when I delete them because I don't need to go to YouTube and I see people. I
Wow.
swear, guys, I swear to God, Namari. Oh,
Ndikuti
I was.
ungomuudza kukeda.
Nyachange atopera ufunge then munhu obva ngokando.
So hanzi
makutora zvebvudzi rangu here.
So I think Louis, you mentioned kuti pane pamuri apa mukuzifambisa sei bwana?
Ibvudzi rangu pamwe mamutora bvudzi raLouis kwete rangu.
Around I still got another 10 more years. It's still good. Doc, are you back?
My network, I don't know what's happening with my network. I think there are government agents that are trying to sabotage me.
Havawanzobata maaito vavo.
Peka scarf ndara. Scarf inopedza basa, inopedza
Peka scarf tizvipedza. Tore scarf.
I was scarf. I nasa apa space scarf. Ndoremara kasekuseka nenyaya yescarf iyo.
Kuti kana timakato. Because my comments are trying to run up. I think it's pointless to be talk now. You understand? Like, why do you want to be talk now? Why?
Yeah, it's pointless. No, we need you to be someone now. People want
right. So guys, so I think sorry for the loss in connection. The network is just bad. I don't know what say. Is it because maybe it's because of the poverty that I'm lying? We are too close to it. I don't know. So we see some shows they are flawless. Yeah. So I think I want us to get I want us to get personal. I want us to get personal in terms of our jokes.
Yeah, that's how personal it means. That's what personal means, guys.
When you want to be too personal with people,
personal.
Nito goes like, yeah.
Bosket. Muremsangano scarf you scarf. Oh, mamuri my bodyguard nakadem.
Wachi Clinton.
Linda. Yaibvunza bodyguard scarf yokutsvaga wana kuti ndafunga kuti mamuri my bodyguard mese muri tu.
My hands tauradzana magraft manje akandibobudisa apa ndiye admin tovatati adzoka
okay guys yeah so I don't know what's happening with my network. Some people are saying ndofana
kupfeka scarf.
I strongly
pandapfeka scarf ka network yangu yabva.
Okay, so I was about to say. So guys, hello. Vanana rundi famba zvekudaro.
Yes, we
But mfano wewe wekuzasi mako anofamba nemota yesilva ndiye ndiye akasikaiti.
Doc ukufamba.
Okay, so in terms of we're talking down, and now I want us to maybe to go into the process of saying, Kuti, over the past years, I know most of us probably joined in way after Simuka had already started as Nabas. Ndokutotanga kwacho nayo Simuka ikoko. Ndakajoina nezuro ndakajoina 10 years ago vakangofanana, because at the end of the day we are pushing the same revolution, that of making comedy prime entertainment. So in terms of humor, video based humor, skits enyu, which skit
Guys,
Nanzi going nowhere.
But anyway, let me just answer that. I think in a video based humor, and Kwandiriga, inyaya yokuthi stand-up comedy instant reaction ipapa, and there's come a time here which we feel like it's a COVID time, and in COVID time you start thinking, so if I don't have a stage, what stage am I gonna have? And at times the stage is bigger than the stage we used to have. The stage here which you can do your joke in front of everyone. And when you mean by everyone, you mean millions. I think in Long John you can attest, Louis, you can also Uchita Uruku, Machona Ruku. Now so I think I won't put it as a question, but it's part of the answer. The answer actually, but so where are we going and where do we want to go to? And in terms of experiences, Zimbabweans, Louis, tell me something. Louis, Long John, even Munya, and what would they this whole thing, in front of a stage act, but now the stage has changed. What's the next best thing that we can do as Zimbabwean comedians? Well, of course, it's Simuka, stage. But now we should evolve what have we done wrong? What have we learned from that? And how can we make it to the best? Because either way, now Zimbabwean comedy is actually one of the one I'm to respect to but yeah,
I'll maybe answer you a bit on the question in the sense of what Doc is back.
no.
So I wouldn't say I know a solution, but I'll say the problems I've had is, you know how when we structured jokes in Zimbabwe, it's totally different from how you structure a joke elsewhere. Though, like normally when we write material, we try to make it as universal as possible. But then there are also things that maybe we haven't faced or some insensitivity. You may come across some things that we usually think, you can just write and it flies by. Totally different when you're in Europe because, when you say it's quite incriminating against you. So it's not so easy at times to just kind of understand how the other comics are doing it and kind of choose your route. Are you going to be the one that says, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to say whatever I say? Or are you going to want to look into furthering your market? Especially being a Zimbabwean in a foreign market, the last thing you need is to be the controversial one, you know? Hello?
Oh yeah, we
Long John, you can go ahead and answer.
Okay, wait. I didn't hear the question properly. That's why I was.
Well, my biggest question is, at one time we used to do it on stage. Now we do not have the stage. So do we mean like stand-up comedy should die because we no longer have a stage? We should create
No, man.
a certain stage that, and if we have to create that stage, what stage are we supposed to create, and how can we go about it as Zimbabwean comedians? That's what
No,
my question.
I don't think stand-up comedy should die, or it will die. I don't think it will die. What it will do, it will evolve into something better and something that we cannot even imagine, because it's always, stand-up comedy has always been evolving in years. Like way back, stand-up comedy was just you doing crazy things on stage and whatever, and it used to be poetry, evolved from poetry. It's a lot, man. It has been evolving, so right now it's just gonna change. So the question here is, are we gonna change with it? You know what I mean? It's either you're gonna be the same, and just fall back and then let it pass you, or are you gonna change with it? Are you gonna be open enough to enjoy the ride? You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I actually struggled with in the first lockdown in 2020. Is it 2020? It was tough because I was so used of performing in front of an audience and everything, that when it was completely shut off, I didn't know what to do, because the stage was it was my life, But it also made me look into myself and my talents that I really took for granted, like being in front of a camera and stuff like that, and just even graphic design and stuff like that. So I feel like what we need to do is to just be open-minded and just enjoy the ride as it evolves. We cannot say this is what we need to do. You just if enjoy it. It's a ride, man. We can, it can go either way. You can never know where it goes.
Long kwandiri, I don't feel like it's an issue here which let's beat around the bush, and ngachitaura your experiences, because we want to talk experiences here. What have been your experiences after that happened? What have you done to keep yourself in there, and you're still there, and you're even growing from that platform? Because there's someone listening now that actually wants to know. We thought we don't want to give them the platform, so just.
I see.
We want to tell them, ini ndakadai ndikazodai ndikadai, ende ndikubva ipapo izvinezvi ndaapa. Iye anozozvitaura nefomula yake. What did you do? Because you grew out of this whole. After lockdown, hauna kudzika, wakatanga kuita sei kusumuka, ende wakagara uchisumuka, hauna kudonha. What did you do? What happened?
Okay, so all right, I think I'll just say this in more detail. Like what I was saying, I had to sit down and reflect with in myself, and actually try and see who am I first, and what do I have to offer the industry, that is not out there already. You know what I mean? Of course, stand-up comedy was dead, so I had to look. The only thing was online. So what I did was I started looking for my style instead of I started looking at my style. Like when I perform on stage, I have a certain style, I have a certain way of delivering. But now it needs to you just, when you do online and stuff like that, you need to completely forget about stand-up and just start again from afresh, because online comedy is so different from stand-up comedy. So I had to figure out, what's my style? How do I write sketch comedy? How do I look at things? So now, so how I did that was doing sketches, actually doing it on the job. There's no, you can't say, yeah, I need to figure out my style and sit down. You actually need to start doing it. So I started doing sketches that were not funny. Some of them, I don't think you even saw them. Some of them were terrible, but I learned from my mistakes. I was like, oh, so wait, let me try and do this. So I was just experimenting with my ideas and how things, or how I think things should look and stuff like that. That's what I was doing, just experimenting. I was not afraid to fail. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing, just trying to experiment and seeing, what people react to. And they reacted to that. Okay, so let me try and do this, and then I had a direction after all of that. I'm still doing the same thing till today. I'm still experimenting. Like every time when I create a sketch, when I say, okay, I have an idea of a sketch, in my mind, I'm like, hey, I don't know if they will like it. I have no idea if they will like it. The only way I'll find out if they like it is when I post it. And I say, oh, okay, they actually liked it. So that's the only way I had to, to adjust, to actually go for it, not wait for anything, and use what I have. I didn't have a camera. I used to use my phone. You use what you have, what's around you, and then everything will fall into place.
It explodes. Thank you, Long, for that. So now I'll put the question to Munya. Munya, I know you do theater, you do comedy, and you do a lot of things other than everything that I've mentioned before. So, to you, how do you think we can evolve from stage to online, and what have been your own experiences over and over?
In terms of how to evolve from stage to online. What's up?
It's a scarf.
Okay. Yeah, in terms of how to evolve from stage.
Sorry, Munya, sorry.
Okay, no worries. How to evolve from stage to online. I think what people have been doing so far is really good. Like the sketches, and like you're saying, online Zoom shows, if people can handle that. I think it's just really hard in Zoom because, as we can see, like data is such a problem. Like I've tried to do theater things online, and like either StreamYard takes up too much bandwidth, so like no network provider in Zim can provide enough, and then people don't have enough for Wi-Fi. And like even if you send people mariachi data, if you manage to find funding or like you self-fund, still going to say so I think in Zim it's a little bit challenging. In terms of especially like keeping the live aspect online. You can do online, but like live online is a little bit difficult. But if everybody's at their house as well, like if it was just streaming from one venue, if we could all meet, that would be fine. And then what was the second part of the question in terms of what I've been doing to do what? Well, like 3 pages for part A, then like half the
It's
sentence.
about how can you do the whole thing?
How can we what?
Nyaya iripo Munya ndeyekuti okay, so apa tutaura stand-up comedy, this Simuka team is,
Yeah.
and we used to have my moments here we knew for you to get comedy in Zimbabwe, we actually used to go and watch a performance. So from there, that's my issue. How can you evolve? What's the next thing? How do you go about it? Well, at one time you use. I come from a filmmaking background, and from one time you used to need maybe 2-3 cameras, light, sound, whatever. But now someone just uses a mobile phone. So from what we used to do on stage, what's the next thing? Especially now that we're in COVID-19. It started maybe 2 years ago, and it's not ending soon. How can we still sustain as comedians?
Yeah, well, like I said, like this, people are doing more skits, so you can like flesh out your stand-up bits into skits, and then the Zoom shows, StreamYard shows, like streaming onto YouTube Live. if we did a live show like this. But with excuse me, with Zim, like yeah, the challenge being data, TGG, people falling in and out. But so far so good. I guess yeah, let's look into those Facebook live shows, YouTube shows, Zoom shows. Hell, WhatsApp video shows, like just get a bunch of people in a group and just perform to them. And I think also what's been nice about COVID is like you get to see people in like more relaxed states, like not their professional states as much. So I think like this is really cool. Like actually just seeing us all talking as well is a nice change because you never would have had that on a stage show. Like you might have come backstage and spoken to like one or two people, but you never would have had like, people asking questions and like, I feel like most of this, what's been funny is like people and the comments, which like you never hear the audience being funny when you go to a live show.
So are we going to a stage whereby we can actually hold a show, but StreamYard, one of my friends, but StreamYard people, my student money.
It's happening globally. Long John, auntie, like some other countries with, where people can afford the internet and the government don't hate them.
Yeah, no, every day there's a show.
Connection. There's shows. Yeah, people are doing online shows. I know, like this one woman I follow, you could send her like $5, and then she'd send you the link, and then she'd cast up the show. Yeah.
So another way we can evolve into this. So this is something that other comedians in other countries are doing right now. Is because in other countries then there's no it's no lockdown like how it is like in South Africa and Zimbabwe. So what they'll do is they'll have that limited audience, right? But what they'll do is they'll record the show, right? They'll record it and then sell tickets for people to watch it while it's being streamed on a platform like StreamYard or whatever and stuff like that. So what I think we can take from that is actually creating our own content that we can sell. You know what I mean? Like yes, you can actually create a sketch show that you can actually sell, and you're still doing comedy. And another thing that I want to say is when comedy finally comes back, we as comedians will be so grateful for it and would treat it with so much respect. You know what I mean? Like it will. Right now, we just can't wait to perform in front of a stage, and we've fallen in love. Speaking for myself, I've fallen in love with comedy again. You know what I mean? So I think, in a way, this lockdown has really, helped me to look at it in another way.
I think now I feel like I'm a bit too biased between you guys. I'll throw the question now to.
Sorry. Before you throw the question, someone just commented. Wait, 2 seconds. Someone just commented. Anzi Clubhouse has a payment option. So who here has an iPhone? I like the faith that he has in us. Like we have iPhone.
Guys.
It's now available for Android.
Samsung, guys.
Okay.
Samsung.
Sorry, go ahead.
Twitter crowdfunding. Okay, so Psycho. I think now the question is up to you. Tell us of your experiences. How did you enter comedy, and how do you feel we should progress from here now?
Well, basically, I think as far as comedy goes, you discover that people have different strengths. Some people are just good at telling stories. Some people are just like very good at joke structures. Some people are definitely very good at voice impersonation. And then you also find out that some people are just good at commenting on current affairs. And I remember I was talking to someone recently and I was saying, if you look at the sitcoms that are American made, you talk of Anna Up shows, you talk of Anna Friends, you talk of the famous comedy sitcoms that we really know that are like internationally made. They have one strength that comes into their type of comedy. For every single episode, it's a group of writers. And that makes something richer. Because, well, you discover that there's a difference between The Simpsons and maybe South African comedy in the sense that The Simpsons, every single joke is well structured. Because you discover that when they work on the voice impersonation, maybe they're trying to put Obama into the cartoon, or they're trying to put Donald Trump into the cartoon. Find Babapinda someone who's very good at voice impersonating, and then maybe they're trying to bring out current affairs. And then they look for someone who's very good at current affairs, and then they do those jokes. And then maybe they're trying to bring out like joke structure, maybe creative writing, story writing. Then they look for someone who's talented in that future story writing. And I was telling that person, could you know what? As far as Zim comedy goes, the moment that we all try to unite our skills into something that comes together as one, we might really dominate. Because right now, if you look at Zim, we really have a lot of comedians, unlike back then. We really have a lot of dedicated, serious comedians. And if we try to blend that together and come up with one thing, because the problem now becomes when we all try to become actors. There's going to be a challenge there because I personally myself, I think I'm not really good as an actor, but I might be very good background. I don't know yet. So now the problem becomes when all the roles are limited into acting. But if you try to blend ourselves and try to create more roles on the behind the scenes, on the writing part, on the directive part, I really think comedy can really take a shape into a direction that even we here together don't even know. During this lockdown, I've made it a personal writing time. I've also made it a personal time to try and get out there on social media. I've I've been investing in short, long videos, be it Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Um, I've also made it a time to really discover myself, because once you start doing comedy, you never get that time because you start doing comedy as something that's funny, then it becomes work. So you never get that time to really find yourself. I've made this a time to find myself. I've been watching a lot of other comedians, local, international, regional, just trying to pick out who's really me, who matches with me. And I've also made it a time to like really work on my jokes, trying to put up several sets together as well. And there's also been a time whereby I've tried everything that I haven't tried. I mean, lockdown, the fact that I'm not an essential service. In Zimbabwe, is that situation whereby when you really think you're that big and then they tell you, through my essential services in town, then you realize I'm not important. So that has made me really humble myself and work on my craft and try to make it as big as I can. I think that's all I can say for now.
I guess if there's one thing we can all agree on is stand-up comedians are storytellers because you cannot really go on stage without a story to tell. So to me, I wanted to throw this to Kevin, but it's gone. So I'm probably gonna throw this to Louis. But to Louis is I know we've been around. It's been 10 years. Unotogona kutoona trajectory yacho yekuti takatangira autile chiko hai
No,
baba
it's not. Simuka is 10 years old.
ndezvako izvozvo
I'm not the same age as Simuka.
handisi kukuti pasimuka but kutaura kuti at least you understand kuti you've been here there, is it? So the here and there that I wanted to throw to you is you because kwadini ngori nyaya yechi yekuti we're now on 10 years and then till 10 years pacho I wish Kadem would just come back and kind of because I'm going to firefighting. But otherwise,
Covered. Let me.
but Pazunzo, this is what Louis. I feel like so the next Nissan is correct. Academy here.
Yeah.
Kadimazuka, thank you. Also, my question now was like, it's now 10 years. The Simuka, yeah, 10 years in Simuka. So, what should we expect? Twitter say, please.
Okay, so maybe I can briefly answer that. Murukundinzwa here. Okay, I just got this from Mazim Danzo artist. Mazim Danzo artist. Munenge muripo pamberi pa stage pa performance paipega. Oh, but muriko here ugo. Aba imi muripo kujara. So yeah, it's something that we got from there. So 10 years the Simuka comment. It's a good milestone that we achieved, but we wouldn't have achieved this milestone without our comedians in Zimbabwe, my comedians in Zimbabwe. So I would like to shout out to every comedian here in Zimbabwe, from those that pioneered it to those that are still kicking it, and those that are pushing the Zimbabwean flag I would like to respect you guys. Dimi maita tisvike 10 years. We're not going to get to 10 years. But then from now, yes, we are somewhere. We started from the bottom, now we're here. And going on to 10 years, and the next 10 years, like I would like to talk about what we wish to find in the next 10 years. In the next 10 years, we now have comedians that are known, and we wish these comedians will help also bring up the industry. You know, in South Africa, there are over 1,000 comedians, but in Zimbabwe, there are, if you are to be honest, there are 50 comedians.
That's a change.
I'm just saying, there are
that's
50
a huge change.
The number can change depending negative, but active may even go lower than that. So in terms of I would like to speak in terms of stand-up comedy first. In terms of stand-up comedy first, I wish if the ball players, the pioneers, if they come together, I think collaboration sometimes is needed. Come together, formalizing it, and we've tried to formalize it, Simuka. But I'm saying we also need to push, groom. Panotangira nyaya ndepekuti kana pasina comedian hapana majokes. 1,000. Why can't we be 1,000? There are a lot of people out there who want to become comedians. Let's look for them. Kungave kuchimani, kungave kubinga, kungave kuchipinge, kungave kwa mtoko mreo or something. Let's go there. Let's find people that want to do comedy. We have got the basis. We know what needs to be done. Comedy, actually, I understand. We know we have the platforms to grow through comedy. So let's go deep down. Let's scout. Comedy. Once we have a comedy show happening in Bindura, a comedy show happening in Lalapans, a comedy show happening in Guero, a comedy show happening in Beshnaf every week, we've built an industry. So I understand Kuti Kanatawandao, we now circulate ourselves through those circuits that nature create. So if we can create a Zimbabwean circuit first, like for example, wherever different towns that are there, we create a comedy circuit there, a comedy club, a comedy space where some people can perform. Every Friday, there are quick performers, quick comedians. Let's have my resident comedians, Emma Towns first. If we can do that, now we can rotate these comedians, and now industry. So I think the first thing we need to do is look for comedians. The second thing we need to do is to workshop each other. Let's train each other, including upcoming. You know, joke writing, sometimes you might be funny by birth, but you need to be taught with my jokes. Say a punchline, setup, premise, tag. How do you do that? So somebody needs to know that. So let's do more of teaching, grooming, and learning to these new comedians that are coming up, so that at least they know what needs to be done. I understand the Edukuti. Yes, I like what we are doing with the presence. The social media is wide and people know us, but sometimes let's minimize the gap between us and the people. Let's get to the people and let's live to the people. Zimbabweans are willing, they are supporting people, they are outgoing people. And I tell you, Zim comedy is going to be, so I'm going to Zim dance or Pepe. There's going to come our time whereby we're going to fill up anana Sheraton, anana Rainbow, whatever. But then that time will only come if we are collaborating. Kanatese, Tiripan, per one point. Yes, we have comedians that are outside the country, but we are together in this thing. Yes, Long John, kana tune gigi witka. Let's bring Long John. Kana Long John une something that's happening outside. Invite myself, invite Louis, so that at least Zimbabwe is also taken on the map. So I think Nyairi Paptanga love. In as much as we might be competing, you know, to Kutindiana no seke sapura, the greatest thing is about us building the industry first.
Hi guys.
In South Africa, they have an industry, so they can afford to compete, they can afford to kurayana and do all the stuff. But in Zimbabwe, we don't have that. So first, let's build it. And if we don't do it, we cannot a gap after us. Like there can be a gap, or they can even be more funnier than that, than us. We're gonna suka so I would like, let's collaborate, let's join. And I like what we're doing Kumas Kids. Could sometimes Magamba is featuring Paden, is featuring Simuka, is featuring various other comedians. Let's do that, even in terms of building the structure from the ground. So I think that's my 2 cents.
Well said.
Well said. I think, I wasn't prepared for this moment. I was expecting Doc to be back by now. So I don't know. Do we even have more time for this, or we are calling it quits? But if we are calling it quits, I think maybe just a closing remarks from everyone. Are we waiting or talk about this? That's a question to you.
Hello. Someone had asked a question. I don't know if anyone wants to answer it. Anga Nzoti, when you do a skit, I think the question was like, do you just make a regular scene funny, or do you start from punchlines? Anzi, what's your process? If anybody wanted to answer that, either like directly just comment or like
No,
type a comment.
I'll answer that. For me, I'll speak my. I'll just tell. Let me just say my process. Let me tell you my process. So with me, it starts as an idea. Like, what is that? Oh my God, something's making noise. So for me, it starts as just an idea. You know, it can be unfunny. It's just a concept. You know what I mean? And then what I do is I try to put punchlines in it and make it funny. And the great thing about sketch comedy is, you know, even if the punchlines are not funny, when you edit, you can even make it funnier, you know, on the edits. So my process is idea first, concept first, right? And then try and put punchlines in the concept and try and make it, you know, tight and, you know, quick. And then when you edit it, you know, you make it, you know, you make the punchlines clear. It can be as simple as, let's say when you're about to deliver the punchline, you switch off the background track, and then subconsciously people know this is the punchline, and it stands out more. So that's my process. That's how I do it.
I think I can take it from there's the beauty of comedy. To me, I think I always start with the situation. I'm always looking at what situation do I want to address, and then from there, I actually do not know where the punchline is. Because even at times, the way I think that's the punchline. When I to go when I am sorry, I'm sorry, you pay that's the funny thing about sketch comedy. With the people always have something that they are looking at. You say that they're looking at how you dress, how you talk, how you look, but at times you just know where you are looking at. Could I used to don't go with such image. So I think I saw it in depth. We actually don't have a formula for that. I personally do not have a formula for that. The best thing to do it is just do it, and then people will tell you, I think we liked this. It seems like everyone is something that they are looking for. Which almost as real.
And
Guys,
okay.
sorry. So what I would like to propose right now is, because we continuously have so much of network issue, I guess is because there are so many other streaming platforms live tonight. Let's, because Doc had given me what possibly the discussions we're going to talk to, but we have already surpassed an hour, and I think maybe it's fair that I don't know. Should we maybe postpone to a later date when hopefully we don't have so much of network glitches and we could have a smooth show?
Yeah, guys, see you at the 20th anniversary.
No, 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 no.
Nah,
So
Ifoniani. Guys. Good.
yeah, true, true. Yes, Terminator comedy. Please try to do it again sometime. We'll definitely try do it soon.
Louis, one question.
Yes, my friend.
Louis, one question.
Yes, yes, yes.
Saka maredio ya nhasi into inenge ishanda next time kana kuti next time inenge yayo.
what?
Izotozotaura later. Wakutaura zvakawanda. What we're trying to do is hopefully we could have a good show next time, given that
Zabatanze
people will
mare.
stick with the network. Yeah, it's too bad we can't keep pushing at this rate because it's not even getting better, and we just train our fans. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I guess
Anyway,
let's agree that we will all come next time, plus all the added people that were supposed to join. Yes.
yeah,
But
definitely.
okay.
Cool, man. Thank you.
Because this
And
was supposed to be fun. We were supposed
goodbye.
to be like roasting each other, like like
Shana, rakatodhakura izvozvo shana.
I know.
And
Kadem.
Is
I
Kadem.
it?
mean,
Is it?
it's good
Is it?
enough the fact
Yo,
that you're the
guys,
only one
Ibu,
who's here.
Kadem.
Ibu, guys, chill.
Iko keshe bhando yadyiwa nekashandi.
Network yatasisa.
Psycho, please, next time no meeting Sadza, yeah?
Ndokatotinorodza wangu wobva waremerwa.
all right, guys.
Ashandi
Really boy.
kamari yebhando.
All right.
In the end.
To our dear fans, Simuka Comedy would like to apologize for the issues we had with our network. We are going to postpone this live, and it's going to feature all these amazing comics, and we'll meet you, I guess, on a scheduled time. We'll let you know definitely. And again, we apologize, but thank you very much to all those who've been patient, who've been
I
supporting us
understand.
and commenting. Shout out to Chimunda, Chimunashe, Mandishona, Tanya, Alex, Doma, Suku, Ashford, Sibanda, and a whole lot of other guys that have been patient enough throughout this whole life. We'll come back definitely soon, and we'll come back better. And yeah, hopefully people will not use their iPhone. To my iPhone.
2 a.m. 2 a.m. ukangoita munyama mupepu kangoedzeza.
Yeah, and yeah, network. No, my iPhone. But anyway, thank you so much. Have a blessed evening. To our patient panelists, Munya, Clinton, Kadem, Boskeda, in absentia, Kadem is alright. In absentia, Doc, Long John, thank you very much also for being part of the show. And yes, see you next time.
Bye. Thank you.
Ashandi kadyiwa